The ESN commander promised Nnamdi Kanu that he would kill 200 Nigerian security officers. Ogundamisi. Kayode Ogundamisi has shared the conventional video of the recently arrested commander of the ESN. The arrested suspect identified himself as Ugochukwu Samuel, popularly known as Biggie, while further revealing that he is a native of Arochukwu LGA in Abia State. You may recall the recent attacks and killings of security operatives in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Reports concerning the killings of these officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces had sparked security concerns in the region as the assailants went on rampage. An aide to Buhari, Oloretta Onoche, revealed that the joint effort of the Nigerian police force and the army led to the arrest of some suspects in connection to the attacks and killings. Biggie was paraded alongside suspects in connection to attacks and subsequent killings of security operatives in the southeastern part of Nigeria. The Nigerian states such as Anambra and Abia were affected by the dastardly acts of some armed assailants who murdered the officers. Speaking in a confessional video following his arrest, Biggie revealed that he was a second in command at the ESN Special Force. A video of Biggie back when he was still at the criminal camp was also put on display beside his confessional video. Biggie confessed that he and his men killed a policeman. He further disclosed that they also had a gun duel with soldiers. The suspect revealed that he was arrested at an hospital located in Oka while treating his leg injury. Sharing the video, Kayode Ogundamisi wrote, "Notorious IPOB Biafra military commander General Biggie promised Biafra Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu on Biafra radio to kill 200 Nigerian security officers. Now he is in custody." Well, who are they trying to trick? I think it's the underestimation of Biafrans for me. At this point, it is very disrespectful. You really think a member of the ESN, okay, got arrested, air quotes, which I don't believe, got arrested and would just start yumming out anything. Even if this was true, you really think somebody that's part of the ESN will get arrested and you should just start confessing, or, well, air quotes, confessing all these things? You really think that, like the whole team, the whole ESN, they're just, that's the thing. These people also, obviously this is all alleged. I'm not saying this is real. I'm not confirming nor denying, but until, IPOP has come out to say this, I do not believe this is real at all. I may be wrong, but that's what I believe. It just shows the length at which they go to divide these people. They're literally looking for conversations. What image are you trying to pass on to the Nigerian public? Because the fact is, you weren't even taking care of these police officers in the first place. So do you really think that the people right now would have such a huge connection or huge alliance with the police officers? Do you think that they would, given the relationship of, the security forces and the actual people? So what are you expecting? A whole reaction and a rile up of Nigerians going to go and protest against ESN? Because that's what they want. At this point, it's very obvious, because you're trying to sow seeds of discord. Doesn't make sense. It is very obvious that they're trying to do that. And because they're failing woefully, they will go through any length to get somebody. Because I think this is not... You know what? I think my personal opinion is that this is absolutely not real. This is an attempt, as they've always been attempting to, but it's going to be a failed one at the end of the day. And the fact just remains that until IPOP has come out to say anything, I'm not believing this. I do not think this is right. I do not think it's true. And it just is what it is. It really is, because it's it just shows, this just gave me desperation. Like, this government is so desperate. Like, they are so desperate. It shows how much they're threatened by IPOP, and the lengths they would go. The lengths that they would go to actually, like, not ruin, but, like, sort of change the narrative of, the ESN. Because the ESN, they're doing our jobs. But the fact is, I'm not saying that it is justified for any police officer to be killed and all that, but then it's like understanding the country that you live in. What benefits do you have as a police officer? What insurance do you have as a police officer? When you get cases, is your force generally proactive in trying to gain justice? So you think it's going to be different for you? I mean, you don't have insurance. You're not being paid properly. You live in the absolute, I don't know what kind of word to use. You don't live in like reputable, living like places. And your relationship with the people is absolutely poor. So who is going to come and defend you as a policeman? Who will? Because again, I'm not saying there are no good policemen out there, but the fact is, your alliance is to yourselves. But then it's like your government, your bosses are not on your side. The people are not on your side. You can't defend yourself. So what will you do? Because you cannot tell me you're being well taken care of, because you're not. You are not. So it's like, again, I'm not saying that, police officers deserve to be killed, but if you understand that you're in a system that does not take criminal cases like this seriously, because again, you cannot tell me that this government is trying to fight for the lives of these security officers. Of course, they should be. By law, they should be. An investigation should be made. But the fact that, okay, fine, it might have been the ESN that orchestrated these attacks. So you genuinely think that the government is trying to fight for the lives of the of the late policemen. May they still rest in peace. Nothing against them, but it's like, let's be realistic here. Their goal is not, you might just be the umbrella or the marketing tool to present a certain image, but the fact is they are trying to disarm ESN, and that is basically what they're trying to do. That is their plan. And you know what? Big up to the ESN. I wish them the best of luck. I hope they expand, they get stronger, they get allies. Like, I'm actually praying for this. Like, I hope they get stronger, they get the best support internationally from whatever. They remain strong, because they're doing pretty good. I mean, they're the only self-aware group in terms of a massive group of people. Biafrans are literally the most aware. They understand what's going on in the country. So it's like, I big ups to them, elbows to them. They should continue. I hope they expand. I hope they get better. I hope the technology around them gets better. They're able to, hide themselves. I just hope the best for them. I hope they become effective. And I hope that, they will just be, so strong. They'll be, what's the word? Uninfiltratable. Like, basically, their unit will not be as open. It would be so tight-knit that the government will be so frustrated, and by themselves they'll start exposing themselves, because they know that, the ESN, they're untouchable. That's what I think. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.